morning. Welcome to Taps and Takes. I'm your host, Drew.
Drew, I got to tell you, I don't know if you got like a haircut or if you cleaned up the goatee. You're looking hot. Looking handsome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's almost like you look like a totally different guy. A much more attractive and successful guy who probably has better knees.
I have at least one better knee.
Okay. All right.
Nice little cadaver limb in there.
Abracadabra. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. It's like magic. It works, half the time.
Well, that's the fun of magic. You never know if it's going to work or not.
Absolutely true. That is for sure.
All right. Well, here, Drew, since I know you're feeling yourself with your new look, let me help you out a little bit. And welcome everybody to Taps and Takes, your favorite show at Grogg's traditional Irish pub here in Fresno, Clovis. It's kind of where like Fresno and Clovis kiss. They're just like, I wish we were together forever, but we are at Grogg's. And then they just give a little mwah. But I have a feeling you're going to be talking something that I know very well and love very much, and that is anime.
Yes, that is absolutely correct, Elliot. I am going to be talking Animania this weekend, November 1st and 2nd at the Fresno Fairgrounds. A lot of stuff going on there.
Okay. Well, I know you're not trying to give away all your secrets, but give us a little front sell. Give us a little tease of what people can expect at Animania at the Fairgrounds this Saturday, this Sunday.
So a little tease, we have 200 plus vendors out there selling amazing stuff. Artists selling amazing artwork. We have a lot of photo ops. Life-size Pokemon you could take pictures with. Life-size Sanrio characters you could take pictures with. Even the surprise life-size Dragon Ball Z.
Let me ask you, and you don't have to spoil it, but is it just Piccolo Aura farming?
No. No. Unfortunately not.
Dang.
It is pretty damn cool. I will tell you, we have multiple pictures of it. We have us as staff. We are taking our own personal pictures with it. We are pretty excited about it.
Now, from what I've been hearing, from the rumblings and whatnot, I've been hearing that there's going to be a lot of voice actors at this particular Animania. Is that, can you confirm that?
Yes, I can. There are actually 5 voice actors coming to Animania.
Okay.
Ranging from Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia, Fire Force, Attack on Titan, and so much more.
Wow. So you're getting some of the top tier voice actors, some incredible work and vendors, over 200 vendors you mentioned, and some life-size Dragon Ball Z characters, Pokemon characters. I mean, it sounds almost like it's too good to be true. But again, Drew, where is this again?
This is Fresno, California at the Fresno Fairgrounds, 1121 South Chanks Avenue. I know we will be out there broadcasting, asking some questions, crowd control, all the good stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely recommend everybody come on down.
And the last time we were there, we had some incredible interviews, some man on the street kind of interview styles as well. So if you have some questions, you want to ask the do-over, you want to talk shop, you want to talk a little anime, you think you're better than me? What? You think you know better than me? Okay. Well, you stop by at the Fresno Fairgrounds this Saturday, November 1st for Animania, brother.
Definitely stop by.
Huh?
What?
Where's sexy Drew?
Where's sexy Drew?
Where's my
I'm
hands?
right here.
Where's my check? Quick. How are your knees?
Still gay.
What happened to the Drew I love?
I'm here. This is me, the sexiest Drew of all.
Or put a tear.
Dude, the gleam on my glasses is real.
The gleam?
Taps and takes now. The gleam is real.
The gleam got me.
Elliot, since I've been here the whole time.
Naturally, yeah.
And no one else. I think it's time to get into our nerd news.
I think we can do that because, you know what? I got to stop for a second. I got to thank you.
What?
You get a clap.
Why do I get a clap?
Because you know what?
What?
You brought some notes.
You asked me to, and I did.
I know. You did. That's what I'm saying. And thank you.
Okay.
I still had to, clean them up a little bit. But you know what? You brought stories.
I gave you like 20 things.
I'm thanking you. This is me thanking you.
Oh, yeah?
For some stories.
Here, since we're thanking each other, I want to thank you, Elliot.
I don't believe you.
I want to thank you. There's a dude wrestling a bear right there.
Those crazy Russians.
They you know they're Russian.
Of course. Bear scares. He's arm wrestling a bear.
He's totally fucking arm wrestling a bear. I'm going to have to fucking... This is the problem.
And then they give it sweet honey.
They give it little kisses. Welcome to Russia.
Good kiss. Good bear.
I want to thank you, Elliot.
Why?
Because you let yourself go this month.
I did.
You're starting to become me.
Yeah, you know what? I've had weird...
Or put a tear right here.
We've had weird work schedules, but you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
It all starts November 3rd.
Are you doing No Nut November?
No. God, no.
That's so gay. Who would do that?
What are you saving them for the winter?
I love it when people
saving all those nuts for the winter, Mr. Squirrel.
I love it when people are like, "I'm going to do No Nut November," and then they're like, "Oh, I failed day 2."
I got to day 23.
Why would you even try?
Well, I mean, like, I was just like, in a rut. Wasn't really feeling myself, and then Lady Jams came into my life, and then
Yeah,
the rest is history. Probably shouldn't have talked about that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say. I was gonna say a joke that I was like, no.
Let's talk Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. I took us on a mandate, which Drew almost forgot about, and Drew almost missed, but he made it in time.
I didn't forget about it. Okay, I remember you saying it, and then I didn't see the text message you sent me yesterday morning. So when you called me, I was like, "Bruh," I was literally eating. And now here's
I heard
the
him
funny thing.
snagging. What do you mean we got Chainsaw
Hold
Man?
on. I don't eat lunch hardly ever. And I was in a position to actually eat lunch yesterday. And I was just sitting down to eat my low carb burger, which sucks. And as soon as I took a bite, Elliot's all, "I'm going to be there in 5 minutes." And I'm like, "Be where?" I'm going to be at the theater. What are you talking about? And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And yeah, I almost...
You almost missed it.
Yeah, but good thing we have 35 minutes of
You do.
previews.
Little tip. The guy was talking to the movie guy. The movie guy was like, "Listen, man, you got about 30 minutes from when it says your movie starts." That's crazy to me, but it is very accurate. Our time said 12:45. Movie did not start until 1:15.
Yeah.
So you got 30 minutes of previews and commercials you got to deal with now, but it worked out in Drew's favor, so I kind of get it. I hated it because I was there at 12:45, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine.
Where was it? Was it the EU that made a law that said that you have to specifically say when the movie starts?
Yes.
Like you cannot say it starts at 12:45 and it starts at 1:15. You can't do that.
Stupid.
We won't get that here.
No.
Because everyone needs to shove, not even trailers, just commercials down our throat.
Yeah, it's a bunch of commercials, and then you'll get like you'll still get like 4 or 5 trailers, but in between those 4 or 5 trailers, you're getting Pepsi commercials, you're getting popcorn commercials, you're getting car commercials now. We don't need them.
Well, yes, but you know what? I was thinking about this. The movie theater may need them.
No, they probably do. I get that.
And that's probably the reason why they're doing it. Yeah. Because what?
I understand they need it. I go to the movies to avoid commercials.
I know. But dude,
what happened to the country I love?
Look, we subscribe to streaming services, so we avoid commercials too. But unfortunately, we still get commercials somehow.
Yeah.
It used to be so good not getting them.
Remember when YouTube didn't have commercials?
Yeah, I do.
God.
I remember I was thinking about it on the way here that I watched almost all of Naruto Shippuden on YouTube, just playing it. And it was when it was like a 10-minute video limit. So they had to break the episode down.
Mm-hmm.
I watched them all.
Yeah.
Just back to back to back.
Those old anime, it was always an AMV, anime music video.
Yeah.
And they would always do such a good job. That was a goated part of YouTube. But let's talk Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, let's
the Reze arc.
Well, hold on. Our boy Tosh, he wants to come in.
He does. We can talk Chainsaw
Chain
shop with him. Chain shop.
Chain shop.
Chain shop. You know, because we're talking shop and it's
He
chainsaw.
wants to come in next week and review it. Let's give our short answers on what we think about it.
Okay. Well, here. Then let me give you some of the notes.
Okay.
And then we'll give a score at the end.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's a huge success. It's been the #1 movie in Japan for 6 weeks straight. It has crossed over $100 million, not just yen, but US dollars in the worldwide box office. It won the US box office this past weekend. I believe was 17 million. And it's bloody brilliant.
Okay, it's really good, but there's a bigger conversation here. Okay, hold on. So Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Yeah, that made I think it's close to 800 million now.
700 over 648 million worldwide. North America earnings 128 million.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pushing
It's getting
800 grand. And didn't it make $1 billion the last one, the Mugen Train?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Chainsaw Man has that type of legs.
No,
But
it definitely doesn't.
with that being said, I thought there's if you're unaware for the uninundated, there is this kind of culture of backlash to season 1 of Chainsaw Man.
Right.
And I remember seeing the first trailer for Chainsaw Man. I was like, shit, yeah. Then I read the manga before the anime even dropped.
Yeah, I finished the manga, and then about a month later, they announced the anime, and I was like, I'm living good.
And
Chainsaw fans living good.
to give you kind of an idea about Chainsaw Man, it has this like punk rock kind of anti-manga thing going underneath. I'm not saying anti-manga specifically. I'm saying that it tries to break a lot of the singular tropes of manga,
Okay.
like the hero's journey type stuff, the I'll go past my limits shonen shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it has that to it, A. And then B, Denji is just like an ultimately tragic character.
He's been a victim, and he still is. Like, even if you read up to date, he's a victim through everything in his life.
Everything in his life, and he has such a tragic backstory, but he's this hero, but he's also a fiend, I guess.
I wouldn't even say he's a fiend. I think he's just been so manipulated his whole life.
No, I mean in like context of what he is. Chainsaw Man's.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you
okay.
know.
His story, Denji's story and it's so funny because I'm trying to get, I watched the Reze arc with you, and then I was like, hey, Lady Jams, there's this anime. I really want you, because you're a psychology major, I want you to watch it, and then I want you to kind of study the characters. It's really my excuse to get her to watch Chainsaw Man.
Right.
I'm a brilliant genius, I know. And so we watched the first episode with her, and I was like, what do you think? And she's like, okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it with Chainsaw Man. I was like, what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then she saw a little Pochita, and I was like, oh, I've got you.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker.
You like Pochita?
She was just like, oh, Pochita. And I was like, oh, you don't even know.
She's like, oh, Pochita.
He's like, he died.
So Chainsaw Man is largely, it's when I was watching the first season, I literally had to take a break from it. I don't know, remember why. I think it was just too much. It was like, because it's like this backdrop of normality, and then you get thrust into horrible, god-awfully gory kind of violence and tragic outcomes. So you have to really love it, right? But there's this counterculture of angst against the first season because of the way it was made.
Right. So I want to talk really quickly about that, because they did switch directors from season 1 to the movie. Season 1 director Ryu Nakayama, big cinema fan. You can tell just from the intro of season 1, all of the little Easter eggs of some of his favorite movies and favorite clips and scenes and shots from movies. And the way season 1 shot it feels like a movie. It feels like this cinematography like masterpiece. At least to me, I loved it. I thought it looked beautiful. It was muted, but then when you had the color, it really popped. It felt grounded. It felt like a real story, albeit, anime.
Yeah.
And then you have Tatsuya Yoshihara, who is the director for the movie. And this feels, and I'm not saying this is bad by any means. This is very bright, bombastic, anime style.
It's very anime.
It felt like with Mappa in the first season, they were like, we want to make this a movie. Like, we want this to feel like a movie. This one, they thought, like, I want this to feel like Mappa saying, UFO table, yeah, we're here to play.
Right.
Like, you're not the only studio that can make banger animation.
Right. And you can tell because the first season of Chainsaw Man was heavily made with computers, CG. Almost the majority of it was made with computer graphics, and that can be something that anime purists do not like, right? And I get it. And they're getting close to really emulating the style of hand-drawn animation with computers in a very affordable way, but they're not quite there yet. Although I thought it still looked great. This whole movie, and if they did, it would blow my mind. Feels like it's hand-drawn. Like, I mean, I think the majority of it is hand-drawn.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
I think that and we're not going to give the whole thing away here because I'm trying to avoid spoilers. We can have a spoiler review with Tosh, but like, just know that the first 25 minutes is like a slice of life slow burn.
I wouldn't even say it's a slow burn. Like, I like that. I enjoyed that part.
Yeah.
I enjoy because with Chainsaw Man and with a lot of shonen, you're going to get the cool action. For me, at least. Like, if I'm watching shonen or Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, JJK, I know I'm going to get the good fight scenes. I know I'm going to get good animation. So when you give me like 20, 30 minutes of actual characters kind of building relationships, kind of you getting to the brain of Denji and how what he thinks he wants is what's in front of him, but it's not usually the case. Like, I like that kind of build up and show me a little slice of life. I don't mind it.
Well, again, when it comes to the tragic nature of the character, without giving everything away, but when you read the manga and you've gone through at least Chainsaw Man 1, you kind of watch this movie with a little bit of different context.
Yeah.
Of how tragic everything is for this guy. But it's like, and I also knew exactly when it was going to crack off. So it's like 25 minutes, right? And then it's like 40-ish minutes of just chaos. Like absolute chaos. And I remember reading that in the manga, that arc. And I was just like, oh Christ, this is going to look so incredible.
Yeah. When
in motion.
Right.
Right. And they did a great job of, there's only a couple parts that it's kind of, I don't want to say like noise, like movement noise, but there's like so much going on that you're like,
there can
like
be
sensory overload.
Yeah. I'd say there's maybe 1 or 2 moments of that, but it just goes to show the attention to detail these artists put into every little frame. Like every frame feels like it took probably months to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, they've been working on this a while, but it's awesome.
It's awesome.
What's your score?
I gave it a 9.4 out of 10.
I would give it a 9. I would give it like a solid 9.
I gave
9 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.4. I was flirting with 9.3, 9.6, and I said, just cut it in the middle, 9.4. I loved it. I think since I've read and I'm so weekly with it, and since kind of like what you said, it's almost like I wish I had never watched, or I never wish I had read the manga just so I could have seen it through the perspective of an anime only.
Right.
Which is kind of why I want Lady Gems to watch Chainsaw Man, so then I can take her to the movie and see how she reacts to everything. Because I feel like maybe I would have felt it hurt a little more. But I think since I knew it, I could kind of like, I could brace myself. I could 118 brace for impact.
The very final scene of that movie is so sad. It's so sad, dude. I want this guy to come out at the end of all this happy. That's it. It's not going to happen.
I'm on chapter 218. I can assure you.
It's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
It's not going to happen for him.
Okay.
And I was laughing at that when we were walking out. I'm like, this boy, I don't know what you think. And Elliot's all, you can't give my man Digi just 10 minutes of happiness. I'm like, dude, I know. Dude,
Just 10 minutes.
fucking so sad.
Just get this boy a hug and an ice cream cone, man. Let him know it's going to be okay. Anyway,
all right.
let's move on. A little bit of video game news here. We've got PS5. It's on PlayStation 5. Halo campaign evolved. Showed off some gameplay. It is going to be the new remake set for Combat Evolved, Xbox, PC, and for the first time in history, PlayStation 5.
Can I say something about this?
Sure.
There's a lot of babies on the internet that are like whining about this.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, can you grow the fuck up?
Looks awesome.
It looks really good.
It looks
It's a
great.
remake of the first one. It looks like an Unreal game, but I mean, it's a remake of the first one.
They're adding a bunch of. They're adding 9 different weapons, I believe. They're adding an extra seat to the Warthog. And this is what I really love when a company does this. Sure, you can play online. Online's the norm, but they set it up to where you can still play 4-player co-op at home. I
Yeah.
love that.
No,
Give me that.
That's a good touch. What I really like about it is that it is crossplay. You can crossplay on any platform that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, it's like, we've made it, dude. Like, if your game doesn't have cross-platform, you're like shook. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it used to be unthinkable to have cross-platform games.
Yeah.
Or, at least you would maybe sometimes get the PC and Xbox overlink.
Right.
But everything was their own ecosystem. Now, if your multiplayer game doesn't have cross-platform, you're a fucking joke.
Unless you're Nintendo, then you don't care. You're
You
closed
just don't
borders.
give a shit.
You're
Yeah,
closed borders.
Yeah, but like, they've never really been in that space
They
anyways.
never will.
And they probably never will.
No, they love their stuff way too much for anybody else to get their fingers on it.
But with that being said, I think it looks good. And I'll put a little footnote to this. Okay. The next gen consoles, like the ideas of what's happening with them
Mm-hmm.
is starting to drop already.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking to myself, hold up. We barely had support for this generation, first of all.
Dude, the second I saw the price range that Xbox was flirting with, I said, you've no shot.
Well, the one thing I will give the Xbox thing is that the next generation of Xbox is rumored to be more of a PC, like you can do native Windows apps on it.
Okay.
But look, there is something to be said about a affordable, capable gaming PC that you can multitask use. And if they put the rumored handheld functionality into it, I mean, it's worth $1,000. Listen to me. I'm being honest. How much does your computer cost?
Too much.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
But imagine if like a younger kid could get a gaming console
Mm-hmm.
that's also a computer. And then when they leave, he can pick it up and take it with him. That's worth the money. Like that. I know it's a hot take because everyone's going to bitch about it. It's worth the fucking money. Especially, you gotta think kids, dude.
No, I understand the whole kid aspect of it. But I mean, I think where we're heading with, the whole handheld pick up and go play anyway, kids are just going to be more inclined to just have the handheld and they won't need a console.
I don't agree. I feel like if you have,
I think if the new S, because that's essentially what it will be, the new Xbox S, which doesn't have a lot of storage, you essentially use it for just your streaming platforms and maybe a game or two. If that's going to be $800 at start, and that's the cheap cheap.
Hold on. Yes.
Like I got my S for $300
because of the tariffs and the pricing shit that's going on right now with their pre-existing consoles. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the next generation of what they're planning on doing.
No, I know.
And if it's like the One Ring, dude, the one device to rule them all. You can take it with you You can put Windows apps on the machine and use it like a PC when you need to. Search the internet, fucking type up papers, whatever the fuck. Use it as a standalone desktop. And then it is an Xbox. That pricing convention, if it has all of that, is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. A million times over.
I mean, just to play Game Pass for $30 extra for games that.
But dude, you're not thinking.
No, I'm getting what you're saying.
Steam library can be on your Xbox. Your fucking Steam library of all your PC games, including PlayStation ported PC games, you can play on your Xbox. How is that not worth it?
I just don't think people need to spend $1,200 for a console for games that, sure, you might have the library for. What have we seen from new games that has made us really care about anything? Like, we're talking about Halo Combat Evolved Remake, a game that's been redone 3 different times.
I understand.
We're talking about The Last of Us Part 2, Definitive Edition, Part 5. What it would be something if we were getting real new games, but we're not.
AAA game development takes too long and too much money now. It has reached a level. How do I put this? The games that like the whole like live service and PlayStation really, they had without getting into the nuts and bolts of it, PlayStation had a CEO that basically wanted an all live service model, right? Every game to be a live service game. There was a recent leak that God of War, Blue Point, who redid Demon Souls, they did the Shadow Colossus remake. These guys are basically AAA game developers that remaster old games. They're so good at it, right? Mm-hmm. They were working on a live service God of War game. And with the failure of Concord, the massive failure of that game.
Massive flop.
And Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Mega flop.
All of these live service games, with the exception of like fighting games, getting shit on and losing them so much money. We have been pulled back on game development for like good exclusive games or good games in general, single player, multiplayer games, because of that live service model focus. So when they basically fire that motherfucker, and then we have been pulled back about 3 years of development time. And that is one of the reasons why the Xbox's thing is that they have been singularly focused on spending all this money to get all these studios to enrich their Games Pass library,
sure,
and have these games coming from studios that they sucked up, right? But then I think of like developers like Blizzard, right? Huge. Support World of Warcraft and all this shit. But I'm like, Xbox, like Microsoft has owned them for a while now.
Yep.
And you're telling me you don't have the assets to make like a cheaper Warcraft 4 RTS. You don't need to put $100 million into it. You put like 10 and you give us a new Warcraft RTS.
We haven't got a thing for Elder Scrolls 6 other than the first title card.
Yeah.
3-4 years ago.
Oh, it was like 5 years ago.
But that's what I'm saying. And think about this, and we'll end on this. Think about the transition from the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox S and X. What games did we get that were new? They didn't have any opening games. We had Cyberpunk. It was broken.
It was broken.
Now it's an awesome game. It's an all-timer. Now.
Which, what a glow up.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, so how are you going to sell me on this new console other than the fact that, you can do your Steam thing, right? Whatever. When most people are already going to move to PC anyway, because they don't want to deal with the hassle. And then on top of all that, there's no game to look forward to.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that is why Xbox is taking a strategy like this, that because they need to supplement their hardware somehow, if they just let it all play out, right? If they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. You can download your Steam library and play Games Pass, and it's just a one and all. Like, I would think more so than a PlayStation, because I have played my PlayStation console more than my Xbox console. My PlayStation has been played more in this current generation than my Xbox. But if it was like something that I could just sit and play my Steam library at the comfort of my bed, that's a good proposition. So I'm saying that at least their strategy may or may not work out. When it comes to PlayStation, they're known for having these awesome exclusives, but like if your console generation is 8 years and it takes you 5 years to come out with a AAA game, okay, it's like God of War, Ragnarok. Where the fuck's the follow-up, right? That was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
We're at least 2 more years out from getting the follow-up. 2 more. It'll be in the next console generation at that point. So you have God of War on PlayStation 4, Ragnarok on 5, then whatever they're going to follow it up with on the next console cycle. And it's like, dude, waiting that long for these games is just like, they need to figure that out.
Yeah. And bring back like I was seeing this, or I've been seeing more about it because the people that do Ghost of Yotai, they're the same people that do Sly Cooper games.
That game's rad, by the way.
Oh, Ghost of Yotai? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, and Naughty Dog has Jack and Daxter. Like, we've done Last of Us 500 times. Bring back some Jack and Daxter. Bring back some. I know it's like the platforming genres, essentially Mario and Astro Bot now.
Yeah.
But dude, Jack at 1, 2, and 3 were sick. Sly Cooper games were fun.
You will have a renaissance of these smaller games.
Well, and these were
developed.
These were pioneers for PlayStation 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Like Jack and Daxter was the mascot.
You will. I'm telling
Ratchet
you right
and
now,
Clank,
you're going to see a renaissance of cheaper games coming out more frequently, because that's kind of Nintendo strategy. Porting old and smaller indie games and smaller games to their handheld that they, there's how many fucking games were on the Switch?
Right.
Thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to see the strategy implement, and then you'll get a AAA like 5 times a year, maybe once every couple months you'll get one, but we'll have to wait and find out.
All right. Well, we talked about that way too long, so let's burst through a few of these. Nick Dragata, he's one of the comic artists for the Absolute series. He's been working on Absolute Batman with Scott Snyder. If you haven't been keeping up with Absolute Batman or the Absolute Universe, it's awesome. I know the DC Universe and the Absolute Universe are now in a crossover, DC KO. I haven't caught up with that yet, but...
what's funny about this is that there are some purists that are like divisive about it, but it's one of the coolest like reimagining of these characters in a way that it hit so hard and so many people love what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely. It's great. I haven't had a chance to catch up on Flash, Wonder Woman, or Martian Manhunter, or the Lanterns, but Batman and Superman's run have been sick.
Oh God.
And
I have a theory that much like the Ultimates, like there's the mainline 616 universe, and then there's the Ultimate series of books in Marvel that has kind of different continuity, different things.
Sure. I
think Absolute's going to run alongside mainline continuity, period.
Oh, I think so. I think it's way too popular to just
way too popular.
And it's cool. It's something unique and different, and it's put your favorite heroes in situations that they've never been in before. And I think that's exciting.
I honest to God think it's the fucking dump of adrenaline into the arm of DC comic books. And yes, don't at me. I understand there's a lot of people who love DC books. I get that. Little Lauren's one of them. She fucking loves I get it. I'm just saying, like, it's like the Age of Apocalypse series for me. It's like, it was so different, and that's not quite the same thing because it didn't run side and side with mainline universe. It was its own thing. But like, dude, that's some of the best like alternate history, different reality shit that I've ever read.
Well, and it's like, you can change the universe as long as you don't change the characters to a core.
Right.
And, even with Superman's backstory being different, he still wants to believe in the good of the world. Like, he still is fighting for what's good in the world. Batman, same thing, even though he only has his dad, or he only lost his dad, and he doesn't have like his money, the character still remains the same, albeit a little crazier. But anyway, so the comic book artist for the Absolute Universe, Nick Dragata, he said, guys, this is sick. You know, it'd be even sicker if Studio Trigger made an anime about Absolute Batman. And man, I've never wanted something more.
Trigger, though?
Trigger, so the reason I know Trigger is known for its like super colorful art style and everything, and then I stop myself and think Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And then I think, yep, that would work with Batman.
Yeah.
That would work with Batman immediately.
You skipped over this, but I think we should say it. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me your top underrated anime from the 90s.
From the 90s.
Or just your top underrated anime in general.
Okay. Well, I'll do a few in the 90s. I have a few from the 90s that one you could never, you shouldn't talk about anymore, I guess, is Golden Boy.
Which is what?
Golden Boy, the dub, though.
Okay.
That there are a few times in history where I think the dub is way better than the sub, or you can't find the sub because it's so old, so you only have like the English dubs. Golden Boy is one of them. Golden Boy is just about this gooner ass kid who's just trying to get a girlfriend, just trying to hook up with chicks. It's raunchy, it's stupid, but I mean, like, it is so stupidly funny. It's very It's like the 13-year-old in you will like giggle and laugh, like,
Right,
he's like me for real. No, but I mean, Golden Boy is a funny one. I didn't give Slam Dunk a chance when I was younger, first getting into anime, because I didn't try sports anime, but Slam Dunk is great. And then my goat, for real, forever, is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
It's the greatest.
I don't think it's underrated.
It's underrated because the same author made Hunter x Hunter. And everybody thinks Hunter x Hunter is, you know, the cat's pajamas. It's a top 5 anime of all time. And I like it, but Yu Yu Hakusho, my stuff.
Mine is a series called Noeen. Noeen is a diamond in the rough anime that you just, you don't really, how do I put this? You have to watch it to understand, but Noeen is sick and cool story, cool art. No one talks about it. I love Noeen. Robot Hunter Kasharn.
Okay.
Okay, do you know this? You don't know Robot Hunter?
I can't say I do.
I think it's Kasharn. Okay. Kashan, Robot Hunter. Also sick.
Okay.
Okay. And Demons. Well, this is an OVA. This is a movie. I think actually.
See, I was trying to keep movies out. I was trying to keep movies out.
Well, I'm just saying like things that people don't talk about a lot. Demon City Shinjuku.
Okay.
I believe that's what's called. I'm going to double check. City.
I know it's 2000 technically, and though for me it wasn't my favorite, but Inuyasha had its moments.
Demon City Shinjuku, bitch. You watch that shit.
Okay. I'll say one that I don't feel like gets talked about enough, even though it's known and it's an incredible, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think more people need to talk about Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho gets recognition.
It gets recognition, but it never gets brought up as like how good it is. For like, I guess you can call it new gen. Whenever people talk about new gen, it is always My Hero, which is
One Punch Man,
which are all great. You know, JJK, you know, not too many people are saying Fire Force because of the fan service, but the story and the lore about Fire Force is cool. But I mean, and Attack on Titan, stuff like that. And I get that. They're all great shows. But Mob is short, sweet, and perfect. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's 12 episodes, 3 seasons, 36. Every character has a great arc. Every character has great powers, even though they don't. It is perfect. It is a perfect beginning, middle, and end of a story.
Did they end it?
3 seasons.
Then they just came out with a 4th season.
Nope.
You lie.
3 seasons, 36 episoes. Mob 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, no, you're talking Mob Psycho. I thought you were talking about Fire Force.
No, Fire Force in its... no, I even think that's its...
No, I think it's in its 4th season.
No, it's split. That's why.
Oh.
It has split. And also, if you're looking for a great comedy one, Grand Blue.
Okay.
Grand Blue. Nobody talks Grand Blue because the first season came out like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Season 2 just came out. Still just as funny. Season 3 got announced. Watch Grand Blue.
I still think the funniest manga/anime I've ever read is Chainsaw Man. Because it legitimately made me laugh tons of times.
Grand Blue is just about college kids getting in awkward situations being drunk idiots.
All right.
It's fun. And they're divers. for some reason. All right.
Okay.
Scuba divers. Shout out Scuba Mike.
Shout out Scuba Mike.
I got a show for you, bud.
All right. Transformers and G.I. Joe are getting an adult animated crossover TV series.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, their crossover?
Who cares? Hell yeah.
I care.
Give me Decepticons ripping people in half.
Wait, hold on. I thought they were 2 individual series.
No.
Not a crossover series.
Nah, man.
Oh, fuck. I'm not in.
Oh, I'm
not in.
Dude, hell yeah,
I'm
man.
not in.
Dude.
Give me Transformers cutting people in half. Do not give me fucking G.I. Joe. What are we fucking 8?
What? You don't want what? You don't want Cobra and Megatron?
No, I'm going to tell you.
Cobra.
I'm going to tell you right now. Elliot.
Ripped.
Do you see where they do that? Okay, listen, man. I'm gonna have to call it what it is. There are some points in time in which we need to realize that maybe we need to grow up a little bit. Okay, like what the fuck? Are we 10?
Who cares?
I do.
Why? If you got a space for it, you got funding for it, do it.
Whatever. Okay.
I think this is gonna be great. Whatever. I like fun.
Here's big news. Okay. Paramount wants Warner Brothers bad.
Really bad.
Very bad. Now they've made 3 separate offers, and now Netflix, Amazon, Comcast are all throwing their hats in.
And Apple, correct?
And Apple.
Yeah.
I think I said Apple, but if I didn't, yeah. They are also trying to buy Warner Brothers. Paramount offered Zaslav, who's the current CEO of Warner Brothers, because he's performed rather well since he jumped into the role. They are trying to offer him the CEO role of Paramount if they merge, if they acquire them.
Right.
They're offering him the top dog job. And basically this is clearly a negotiation tactic to sell for more money and da-da-da-da.
Right.
All of that aside, here's my question. Okay. Do they reboot again? Do they reboot the DCU again?
It just depends.
If they get...
It all depends on if James Gunn wants to work for Paramount, which I don't think he does.
Is that what's going on?
I think if Paramount gets DC, and again, I'm just speculating. I don't know anything. I don't know if James Gunn will want to work with Paramount. And if that's the case, then everything you've built up for, all the great stories, all the great things that the Gunn has done so far will be all for nothing and a huge letdown.
Here's my thing. And we can move on to the next. We don't need to sit on it a lot, but I'm going to say this. I feel like if they reboot again again, I think the DCU is cooked. I don't think there is more. I don't think there's Superman movies that people want to see.
No, I think
they're all done.
No, I think it's over. I think
it's way over.
I think it's way over. That's why for me, as a comic book fan, as a movie fan, I don't want them to get it. Because if you're going to make this big of a splash with this big of a change, it's going to affect your products now. And the products now, I'm enjoying.
And how much chaos would it be to go through an acquisition? And to be fair, the DC Studios is a separate studio from Warner Brothers proper. They're under the umbrella, but they work separately. He's the head of that studio. They're owned by the same company, but they're kind of separate, right?
Yeah.
And they did that move to kind of bring cohesion to decisions being made because Warner Brothers was rife with too many CEOs and people making decisions that shouldn't be. And it's just started. If they reboot it again, I think it's done.
No, I think it's dead and gone. And I also, do we need another major merger of companies?
Warner Brothers has been struggling for a while, dude.
No, I get that. For me, it's just like,
and they're a publicly traded company, man. There's laws.
No,
you can't.
I get all of that. It just feels like in about 5 years, we're going to be down to 3 companies running all of everything. And that's what I'm afraid of.
No.
And it feels like Paramount getting DC getting Warner Brothers is the first domino. And that scares me.
Yeah. Yes and no. Like, I would say yes and no. The problem with publicly traded companies is if someone's trying to offer you have a fiduciary responsibility to all of your stockholders.
Right.
If they give them real offers, like you can't just say no. Although I felt like Warner Brothers the Phoenix story of Warner Brothers in the past like 3 years. If you look at the top movies this year alone,
Warner Brothers,
a lot of them were Warner Brothers movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you need it? Like, do you need to sell right now?
I don't think you do.
You know?
I mean, I don't know how they're dealing with things moving forward, but I know 2025 was one of their biggest years in a decade.
Oh yeah.
By a large margin. Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyway, 2 little stories for me, and then I'm done. I watched the first episode of It, Welcome to Derry. Plot armor does not exist in this show. I was not prepared for the amount of violence and gore right off rip. But I'll tell you one thing, man. If you want to make a banger first episode of a horror series, you do what they did.
Yeah.
Because, man, they made it scary, they made it gory, they made it gross, and they made it ruthless. There's some things that I like. I'm not the biggest It fan or horror fan.
Yeah.
So like a part of me's half invested, half not. But damn, you know how to end a first episode to get people into the show.
Okay.
That's for sure. And then they talked about the co-creators talked about how they have 3 seasons planned, 1962, 1935, and 1908, based on the 3 critical cycles of Pennywise. So if you're a Pennywise fan, you're a Stephen King fan, you have a lot to love, at least after 1 episode and what could happen. And then One Piece news, the anime will be taking a hiatus from January 26 until April 2026. It will then go on to have two cores, 26 episodes, brand new for the year, which is about 1 episode a week.
Mm-hmm.
If you're taking off January to like April.
Yeah.
So you'll have about a new episode a week for the remainder of the year. And then we got One Piece live action set to release March 10th, 2026. I will be there. I'll be there.
More movies?
The One Piece show.
Oh, the
Netflix show.
Yeah. The second season.
Yeah, second season. I will be there.
All right.
For Tony Chopper.
All right. I like how Smoker looks.
Yeah. No, they're cooking.
They kind of nailed that one.
The live action's been nailed. They found it. For what One Piece is, you found it.
We'll have to wait and see. We're going to take a break. Fuck you, Elliot. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with sports.
Hi, it's Elliot Cams here. You might know me as Elliot Jams. You might also know me as the coziest boy in Fresno.
So cozy.
You know why? Because I'm inside Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
We had to take off our jackets because it's so cozy.
It's warm. I feel like I'm in a bosom. Your bosom. Grogg's bosom.
Gentle bosom.
The bosoming is happening here at Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
So come eat and drink.
Out of the bosom of Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
Oh, it's so cozy up in Grogg's, baby.
Look how cozy I am. I got my beanie on. I got my flannel on.
You know, I will say,
I gotta hide my tummy a little bit. But
I'm a little apprehensive about this sweater I'm wearing. I got it the normal size I get it, medium, because that's my build.
Little Target exclusive.
Wally Mart.
Wally Mart.
Okay.
Oh, that thing's gonna shrink up like a crop top.
See that, and we will find out when this airs. We will be recording our next episode of the Do Over Podcast, twitch.tv/the Do Over Podcast. And I will give you an update because it's brand new.
It's going to be shrinky dink.
But if it shrinks to the right size, because it's too big, I got the normal size I get, and then it's clearly too big. So if it shrinks to like where it's supposed to be, they had forethought.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
If it shrinks more than that, then fuck them.
It's probably going to shrink more.
We'll have to wait and find out.
I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, Elliot.
You know what else I'm rooting for?
Sports.
Yes.
Sports. Elliot.
Yo.
What's up with sports?
Packers, best team in the NFC, according to record.
I watched their game.
Looked pretty good, Peter.
I was not impressed.
By 360 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a dominant
impressed.
second half against the Steelers.
Second half.
Okay.
Because the first half
When does the game end?
looked
In the first half or the second half?
looked a little poopy.
Okay.
Looked
Hey,
a little poopy.
opening, nothing we can do about our kicker, Brandon McManus, good guy, great guy, coming off a quad injury. So, doesn't have the leg strength yet. That's okay. We'll get him there. Steelers played tough at home until they didn't.
Until they didn't.
So, you know what? Sometimes, hey, the first half, ugly.
Yeah, he was.
And I don't get some of Matt LaFleur's play calling. Why every run needs to be in shotgun, I don't understand. But that's okay. You know why? Because when you're in the era of love,
oh, good.
13 touchdowns to 2 interceptions on the season. Ooh,
Dude,
child.
Aaron Rodgers was not happy about that game.
No.
Do you see him like fucking falling apart, dude?
Well, yeah, because he played well and his defense, it's so funny. It is so, and I a part of me, because, Aaron Rodgers fan for a long part of my career, I still think he's a good quarterback. He's clearly not the problem with the Steelers. To go from a franchise that has always had bad defenses to then go to another franchise that has no good defense when they're known for defense has got to drive you up a wall a bit. Because, look, I think he had 219 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He played clean. And then for his defense to give up, I think it was 25 points in the second half unanswered. That's bad.
No,
that's bad.
For sure.
So, I mean, you feel for the guy, but also he's had a rich and luxurious career and he's made $1 bajillion. So, part of you is like, okay, you've had your time. You're 41. I mean, Mike Tomlin, a defensive coach, not having a good defense, even though it's the highest paid defense in the NFL. Crazy to me, but whatever. That's not about them.
No,
it's about the era of love, baby.
Okay.
Era of love, Drew. 5-1-1, the 1 seed. Micah Parsons looking pretty good.
Are you
the defense looking pretty good, Peter?
Are you thinking that they're Super Bowl bound, Elliot?
I'm thinking that
they did not look like a Super Bowl level team when I was watching them play.
I'm still thinking division winner. I'm still thinking 3 seed probably in the NFC. Good. And I'm thinking win their first playoff game, finally get over the hump of winning their second game, and then probably losing in the NFC Championship to break my heart. That's where I think we're at right now. I won't go full soup.
Okay.
But I do think playoffs for sure. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch. I just have a feeling in the playoffs, Matt LaFleur is going to call a conservative game and he's not going to trust Jordan Love when he needs to. And we're going to lose in some stupid fashion and I'm going to be sick to my stomach. And then I'll do it all again next year because that's the beauty of sports.
Well,
anyway,
I would find it rather cool if all 3 of the quarterbacks for Green Bay, all 3 win a Super Bowl when they're 27 years old. That would be kind of crazy.
And that's like the sports voodoo in my brain thinking, this is our year. This is our year. Rodgers was 27. Favre was 27. Jordan Love looked great. He's 27. I don't know. I trust the talent. I trust the personnel. I just don't know if I trust Matt LaFleur yet. And I feel like there are times, even when he had Rodgers, that he coached too conservatively. And I think in today's football, in today's day and age of the NFL, you do not win games conservatively. Look at Mike Tomlin.
No.
You don't want to be Mike Tomlin right now. You want to be Sean McVay. You want to be Andy Reid. You want to be Kyle Shanahan. I just don't know. But we're 5-1-1. I'm not gonna complain about a great win, an awesome win, and my only bet that won this weekend.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and move right past that, right?
I mean, Cam Scatterbo dislocated his ankle.
He's done.
Yeah, he's done for the year. And just such a sad.
Did we cool him? Because we were talking about how cool his name was.
Well, no, he is cool, period. He puts the C in CTE, He's just a fun guy to watch. And he was really like the heart and soul of that Giants team. So to see him go out, Malik Neighbors out. Honestly, I'm at the point with the Giants. Just save Dart. Too many people are getting hurt on the Giants. save Dart, throw Jameis or Russie in for the rest of the year, get good draft capital, and start over next year. Because I just don't see much positive coming out of, and we know Jackson Dart's going to be good. He's sick. Like, you're watching him play. This guy's awesome. So just save him. The Bears, man, they picked the worst week to suck. No Lamar Jackson, no problem for the Ravens as they win by 14 over Chicago. Caleb Williams just looked way too inconsistent, and not being able to score on the 3-yard line to put it to 7 killed our bet. And then Dallas, they got waxed. And I think I know why. Because Denver was wearing their sick throwback jerseys.
Oh.
Which, can I say something?
Elliot, this is why you lose.
Can I say something?
What? Yeah?
Can these teams just stick with their throwback jerseys? I mean, I get it. You have to change with the times, right? Mm-hmm. But when your throwback jersey is a bajillion times better looking.
Yeah.
Like the Tampa in Seattle game a few weeks ago. Looked amazing. Denver this weekend. Amazing. The Charger and the Navy Blues on Thursday night look sick. Can we just go back to the original like these throwbacks? And the Eagles in their Kelly Greens. So much better.
Yeah.
Can we just stick with these jerseys that look great? I know you have to sell jerseys and you have to, I mean, the Steelers looked awful. Yeah. And they look terrible. Those, you can retire those throwbacks.
Yeah.
But can we, the ones that are really hitting, that are really spitting.
I love that your synopsis, or I guess punditry, is that they won because of their jerseys.
Nobody was beating Denver in those jerseys. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
When you see Denver in those old school jerseys in Mile High, you're not beating Denver that week. I'm sorry. They're too good. They're too good. And then they got the drip on. No shot.
The drip.
It's like
it's
Prime.
The power of the drip.
It's like Prime always said, you look good, you play good. And man, they look damn good.
All right.
That's just that's what I'm saying. And you know, that's why you come to Taps and Takes. It's not always about the numbers. We're not analytics guys.
No.
All right.
We're not numbers
Although
guys.
I will talk stats with Jordan Love any day of the week because he's crushing and he doesn't get enough love in the MVP race. Just saying. But sometimes you got to look at those jerseys and be like, you know what? I think that's a reason why they're cooking right now. When you're dressed like a chef, you're going to cook a little better. All right?
Okay.
All right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right.
All right.
Couple of other things. The Chiefs are back. They're 5-3. They're back.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. That's sour cream and Chiefs. Yeah, they're playing. We got Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes this week, Sunday night. That should be a good game. Those games are always fun to watch. Probably Bills win in the regular season, and then we get the classic Bills flop against the Chiefs in the playoffs, which will just break our hearts more, but it's inevitable at this point. I'm watching history repeat itself.
It's a circle, baby.
It is a circle. The Browns keep losing, but with the Browns losing, the Bengals losing, and the Steelers losing, and the Ravens at 2-5 now, with this win, they are now favored to win their division again.
What?
They have so much faith in Lamar Jackson coming back from injury and running the table more than they have faith in the Steelers, Joe Flacco keeping the Bengals afloat until Joe Burrow gets back. And the Browns, we don't need to talk about them. They're lost at sea. They have so much faith in the Ravens and Lamar Jackson that they're like, yeah, 2-5, they can do it. They're going to do it.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
That's crazy. The injuries are finally catching up to the 49ers. Houston's defense is that good, but man, the Houston Texans went belt to ass on the Niners there. Just belt to ass. And there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Like if you're the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey can only do so much. George Kittle can only do so much.
And Christian McCaffrey wasn't putting up anything.
I mean, they just stuffed him.
Yeah.
They said, okay, make Mac Jones beat us with one weapon. You're not going to.
No, they're a decimated team, dude.
And on the defense especially, and for the fact that they're 5-3 now with this team, is still just shows how good of a coach Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh are. The Cowboys, we talked about them. They got shellacked by the Broncos. The Eagles are finding their swagger back after they... I'm just sad about Cam Scatterboo.
Yeah.
I hate the Giants. They've stolen 2 Super Bowls from the Packers, so I hate them. But Jackson Dart's fun.
Yeah.
Cam Scattaboo was fun. You know, this team was fun, man, and you're taking our fun away.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I can be sad about something. I can be sad about something.
It always goes back to Green Bay.
Well, because Eli Manning beat Brett Favre in the NFC Championship, and then when the Packers were 15-1, Eli Manning again beat Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau, and then ended up beating Tom Brady in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So in my brain, he's essentially taken 2 opportunities to have Super Bowl for me to brag about Super Bowls. I could be at 6 right now.
Oh.
I could be at 6 right now.
Yeah, but you're not.
But I'm not, because Eli Manning was God tier in playoffs. And you know what? You just have to live with it. So I can be salty still.
Okay.
But I can also want things to turn around for the New York Giants.
Okay.
See, I'm not biased.
Okay.
I play both sides.
Okay.
Right in the middle.
I don't believe you.
Okay, that's fair. I wouldn't either. Anyway, New England Patriots, sick. Drake May, the Mayflower, it's at full mass right now.
Yeah.
And so are New England fans because they look good. Now, sure, you might say, oh, but they've only played teams that are under 500. Hey, you play who you play. And what, am I not going to be happy about a win?
Yeah.
You want me to be mad about a win?
No.
You want me to be like, oh, we're fake? We're fraudulent? Name a fan base that's going to say they're fraudulent. You won't.
Yeah.
Because fans aren't logical.
Fans aren't logical.
No.
I hear the poop huffing coming from you every single season about the Green Bay Packers.
That's not true. I feel like I've been very fair about them up until this year. Up until this year.
No, you're usually.
Up until this year.
So, anyway.
But I'm all in this year. They're going to break my heart, and I'm excited for it. Lastly, the Indianapolis Colts, man. Who would have thunk it?
The Colts, huh?
Who would have thunk it, man? Best record in the NFL.
Wow.
With Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones. And this is crazy. Jonathan Taylor, the running back for the Colts, scored 3 touchdowns again. He's scored 3 touchdowns in 3 of his last 4 games. 9 touchdowns minimum in his last 4 games.
Right.
That's nuts.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. So the Colts, if you're a Colts fan, Silk's looking at you, you're a happy camper.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of running away with the division. If you're a Packer fan, you're happy this week.
Why?
Because you're 5-1-1, you're the 1 seed right now, and you get to play the Carolina Panthers potentially without Bryce Young. What? And I don't know, maybe if you happen to lose to somebody who's a Panther fan in fantasy football, seeing your team getting to go belt to ass on Andy Dalton might feel cathartic.
Why did you even bring up the Packers? How's that even relevant?
Because they're 5-1.
Okay.
And they're the second best record in the NFL right now.
Okay.
Colts are number 1. Packers number 2.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying these are good records, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay.
Like, hey, do I think they would beat the Chiefs right now? The Chiefs? No, I don't. I don't think the Packers would beat the Chiefs right now. But
I do.
But
I think they'll beat them, Elliot.
But am I going to complain about being 5-1-1? No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just saying in the context of what you're talking about, it really didn't matter. Like, you didn't even bring him up again.
What?
But you did.
Bring who up?
The Green Bay Packers.
Oh, I mean, now you're bringing them up. Sounds like you're a Packer fan.
So you're a Packer fan.
No, you're a Packer fan.
No.
Drew's secretly a Packer psyop.
And no, I can't say that, Jeff. Packing something.
Yeah, a fandom.
Next story.
Right in his pants. Got a block of cheese down there. All right, that got a little gross now. Major League Baseball. The World Series going on.
Yeah.
Game 3 was last night, at least day of recording. And if you were at the game, you got your money's worth because you had 18 innings to watch.
A friend of mine was at the game yesterday.
Well, he definitely got 2 games worth of baseball. Because,
he was probably drunk by the end of that game.
So I was curious about that because I know a lot of baseball games close their bars
at 7?
At the 7th inning.
Yeah.
I was listening to the radio broadcast of it, which baseball might be the best radio sport. Might just be the best radio sport.
And that's largely because of the broadcasters.
Yeah. The broadcasters were cooking last night. But
what's the count?
The count is 2-1 Dodgers lead after Freddie Freeman, who just seems to be the clutchest batter in World Series for the Dodgers ever. It seems like every time you hear a random story about the Dodgers in the World Series, it's Freddie Freeman hitting something big.
Yeah.
417-foot homer in center field at the bottom of the 18th to walk off Game 3. Crazy game, crazy hit. Shohei Ohtani, I thought this was crazy, was intentionally walked 4 consecutive times in Game 3, a postseason record. So the Blue Jays were telling you, we're not letting Shohei beat us. Well, Freddie Freeman did.
Yeah.
So Game 4, going to be later this week, probably going to happen by the time we record. So Game 3, though, in all-timer. This World Series has been awesome. Baseball World Series and baseball in general in the postseason. October baseball is awesome. And it's been a really special postseason. Sad the Mariners aren't there, but if the Blue Jays can turn around and win Game 4, that'd be killer.
Yeah, you'll have yourself a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you do. You need Toronto. I think it's better.
The next game's going to decide whether or not there's a series going on.
Yeah, I think if the Dodgers win Game 4, it's probably in 5. I'd love to see go 7, though. There you go. The only thing I had for hockey was that the Ducks are super fun to watch still. And
good
they're
merch,
awesome.
too.
Great merch. I'm not the biggest fan of the orange, but I get it. They're doing the whole Orange County thing.
Mm-hmm.
But them going back to the OG logo, huge for them. They've got some great young talent, and they're just fun to watch.
I don't know why you would ever go off of the original logo.
So I remember having this conversation with CG back in the day. Support CG and the CGP. We love you, buddy.
We love you, CG.
He was telling me back in the day, because of the whole Disney and the movies, they were like a laughingstock.
Really?
They were like a laughingstock. So they tried to rebrand when Disney left the Ducks. And so they did the Anaheim Ducks and they had the D and they tried changing the color scheme and everything. And now they're like, dude, that logo was baller.
The logo was
and
super
their colors
sick.
were sick. The burgundy and green were sick. So yeah, just kind of go back to it. I love the orange is fine. Go back to the burgundy and green, dude.
Is that what you say, Elliot?
That's what I say. I believe in great jerseys. What? Huh? Where's Royce? Royce! Royce, get out here! Royce! He needs to be rumbling and stumbling. I don't think he's coming, which is too bad because I start with us. We start in Grogg's traditional Irish pub where the Droopies had a 1 in a Dylan Gabriel chance of winning as he left a big brown stain on the team with 2 poopy picks. DeAndre was swift, but he couldn't help Elliott find his mark as Andrews was licking a lot of the Droopies. What?
Huh? What was that about?
What? Ew. It was the worst typo. Royce got his presidential boost as Troy Franklin D. Roosevelt served up 2 terms in Denver. Royce was feeling confident as he was calling out, Jameer Dyke. Hey, Jameer Dyke. But the Droopies weren't ready to give up because Rick Rose, the boss, was kicking our way to take the lead on Sunday night. Sadly for the Droopies, it wasn't enough as Charles Xavier Worthy called out, to me, my kitties, as Kittalingus survived, leaving Elliott to play with his Woody. Marks. Hey, Royce, that wasn't noise. That wasn't noise at all. He wins 104-98. All right, you can go now.
And he also reminded us that you have a Tinder beehole.
Darren gets his big help from the bar bresses as Jess didn't play not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 players. Darren wins the bye week.
Is that what we're calling it?
That's what we're calling it.
We're calling it the bye week?
We're calling it the bye week. We go to a stinker in Atlanta as Tunga Vailoa was using his good flipper against the Dirty Birds. Cody tried to make things hot with some Buffalo, but sadly for the Swingers, he fell victim for the classic more Mooney, more problems, as Mikey was James cooking up some Tucker Kraft mac and cheese. Another Packer thing, because they're really good. 5-1-1. Mikey served up, and they're about to totally crush the Carolina Panthers with somebody being in attendance. Yeah, that's right. He might be still salty. Okay. Mikey served up a big helping of Keyshawn booty, and although I'm sure the taste was nostalgic for Cody, he and his D couldn't steal their resolves, leaving Cody out of Lutz. Will Lutz as Mikey gets the dub, winning 130-91. To Denver, where the throwbacks weren't the only thing ripping, as Bo Jackson Nix was all over the Orcs. Steve tried to peel away, but that prompted Orc to say, "Saquon this," as Barkley ran all over the G-Men. These boys battled throughout the weekend, but leave it to Justin Timberlake Herbert to have all the talent and not enough support, because Steve cooked the Orcs with a healthy dose of Rashid Minute Maid rice. Steve and the Assets are on fire, baby. Fire. Winning 112-91.
Who would have thought, man?
To the city of brotherly love, where Jalen looks at Cam Scadaboo's ankle. That's gotta hurts. Lit up the scoreboard with 4 scores. I'm sorry. That was sad. That was uncalled for. You know what? That was on me. That was sad typing last night. April tried to roam Madunze her way past the Toots, but she got stuck on her tracks when she found out the Toots don't smell like Zay flowers. Drew grabbed onto that gunner helm and steered his way past the 2-time champ. You want to know what Drew and his defense have in common? The bills are high. Just looking at that medical bill coming.
Yeah. The bills are high.
Drew and the Toots passed gas by April, winning 110-93. Although 2 women lost this week, it wouldn't be a third, as Colleen got mean when it came to the clown. Jonathan Taylor Maid swung 3 drives into the painted fairways, sinking Sparkles early. Clowns can be scary, as Patrick Mahomes dog tried to salvage the score, but sadly for Sparkles, clowns aren't nearly as scary as a scurvy Buccaneers D, as they swung at full mast and plundered Sparkles' booty. Ew. Colleen dog walked Sparkles, winning 156-92. My God. To Houston, because Tim may have a problem. CJ tried to stand Stroud, but it was Kittle too late, as Eric was Daniel Jonesing for a win, man. He was Jonesing for the point. Just one win, man. Yeah. The points were Jordan Addison up, as Eric was bolting for a win, leaving Tim with a kicker right in the Cam Dicker. Oof. Tim looking rough. Eric wins. We still get to name your kid. 120-88.
Where's your kid?
And finally, we finish in the Big Easy, as Sal, like a one-night stand on Mardi Gras, looked hot at the beginning of the season, only to wake up to see a disaster. Derrick James, bitch, hit Eddie with 2 scores. But that was as good as it was going to get for Sal, as we could see these writings on the wall as Kyle rubbed his Sal and his pits into his head. Justin Verlander Fields was throwing haters all day against the Bengals, as Jalen Green waddled slammed down an emphatic dunk onto Sal, and his season as 6-2 Eddie is shreddy. Huh?
What?
Huh? Eddie can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. Winning 108-81. And there goes your week 8. The Ocho Fantasy Football Recap. Rumbling. Stumbling. Royce, that wasn't noise, man. And that's why Andy Dalton's going to get lit up by Micah Parsons.
Is that what?
Royce is back? Royce is going to be back?
They'll put Bryce back in.
On his strained ankle?
He's slated for full practice tomorrow.
On his strained ankle? I don't know, man. I think you maybe played Andy Dalton. That's going to do it.
I changed the name.
Oh.
I changed the name of my team.
Oh, you changed the Toots? They're no longer Tootie?
They're baby birds. I'm doing it for 1 week for Darren.
Aw.
So I could say that I did
Your
it.
baby boys. Oh.
Am I playing Darren next week?
I don't know.
We got to look.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
Blind bets. Rapid fire. New England.
Okay.
Hottest team in football.
Okay.
We're taking them. Indianapolis Colts. Even hotter team. Taking them.
But if they're the hottest team in football, but then they're hotter.
I'm going to stop you there.
Okay. That's logic.
Indiana Jones, baby.
Okay.
And Jonathan Taylor has 9 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with Colts here.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the woeful Raiders.
Okay.
And the one bet that hasn't failed me in 3 weeks. Packers over. Packers Carolina over 45.
Can we actually parlay this?
No.
Why?
Because I went 1-3 last week.
So what? It's a bounce back week. This is going to happen.
We feeling a bounce?
Yeah.
We bounce?
Let's do it.
We bouncing?
Don't be a bitch. Let's do it.
I'm bouncing.
$50 each. Let's go.
That's it. I'm done.
We're done.
I'm clocked out.
Thank you for joining us on Taps and Takes. Remember, Animania, if you're watching this on Friday or listening to us on
Friday,
Spotify,
Saturday,
Apple
Sunday.
Podcasts, or watching us on YouTube, whatever it is, follow. And remember, November 1st at the Fresno Fairgrounds.
And second. But we're gonna be there at the first. We're gonna be there at the first.
Animania, come on out.
We're gonna be
Hang
there.
out. And with
Talk
that,
to us.
we got to get the fuck on out of here.
Subscribe. Zoom in.
Subscribe.
Or zoom in uncomfortably close on my face. Subscribe.
Anyways.
5-1-1.
Until next week,
5-1-1.
I love you.
5-1-1. Subscribe.